Hello and welcome to the video for my senior project. Today we'll be discussing the effects of G-force. Let's get started and take a look at this video clip.
Bombs away!
Bullseye! Holy shit!
In the video clip you just saw, you see Maverick from Top Gun Maverick complete a very difficult maneuver. But why was everybody cheering like that? Why did they think it was so amazing that he completed it? Well, if you noticed, there was a little counter that had some numbers and then a little letter G. That's a G-force counter. But why is this significant? First of all, he experienced a very high level of G-force that not many people get to experience. And two, there is a limit to how much G-force a human can withstand. The normal human being, without special training, can only withstand 5 to 6 Gs, but he went all the way to 10. That is a very significant amount. Now, this begs the question, what is G-force? A G-force is a measurement of acceleration experienced by an object, expressed as a multiple of Earth's gravitational force. For example, if you are traveling at 5 Gs, you are experiencing 5 times the gravity. That means it would be 5 times harder to pick up something small, like a pencil. All right. It is expressed with the number and then a lowercase g, and it goes on for how many Gs there are. It is felt as weight pressing down the body. So have you ever accelerated fast in a car and you get pressed back against the seat? That is what's pressing on your body. It's the G-force. And the normal gravity is 1G. So walking around and doing everything you do in normal life, you are only experiencing 1G of force. All right. Now, believe it or not, there are different kinds of G-force. There are the X direction of G-force, which is felt front to back. This is what feels you pushing back against the seat, or when you brake really hard, it pushes you forward. There is Y-force, which is felt from side to side. So if you experience a very sharp turn, you might be pushed to the left or pushed to the right. This is the force that is doing that. Now there is Z force. This Z force is pushing you up and down. This happens on something like the Tower of Terror or one of those drop rides. You feel blood rushing to your head or rushing to your toes. Alright, today I'm going to be heading over to Knott's so I can feel and experience the different kinds of G-force. You might be thinking, why are you going to an amusement park? Well, some of the versions of G-force aren't necessarily very easy to feel, and you have to be in some really unique situations. And lucky for me, a amusement park has those situations. So I will be recording the G-forces with my accelerometer, and I will be able to show you what kinds of G-force you would feel, and I will explain what they do to your body, and I'll relate that to what happens with a jet pilot. So here we go. All right, I made it to Knott's Berry Farm, and so now we're gonna see the roller coasters I'm gonna go on. My plan is Ghost Rider, Silver Bullet, Accelerator, and Hang Time. So we'll see. Now that I have been on all the roller coasters, I will tell you about the forces that were most apparent on them. For the first one, Ghost Rider, you feel not as crazy forces. It is a very simple roller coaster, meaning that it doesn't have any crazy inversions or really twisty parts in the actual ride itself. But that doesn't mean you didn't feel G-force at all. This one actually had lots of G-force being felt in the X direction and the Z. There were lots of ups and downs and accelerations and decelerations. So that is what you felt on that one. For the next one, which is Silver Bullet, you feel a lot more kinds of forces. This roller coaster is very twisty, very curvy, and has lots of inversions. Now, for the last part of the ride, there was a curve that you felt a heavy amount of G-force in the Z axis. This one lets you go parallel with the floor, and it spun you around a very, very tight curve. Because you were level with the ground, all the blood rushed to your toes and pushed away from your head. It was probably the most G-force I felt on any of these roller coasters. For the third one, which was Accelerator, you feel an incredible amount of G-force in the X-axis during the 0 miles per hour to 82 miles per hour launch in the very beginning. This one pushes you flat against your seat as you accelerate. Once you get to the top, you lose some of that G-force and start to experience some G-force in the positive Z direction, meaning that you feel almost weightless before you go back down and accelerate downwards. During the end, there's a pretty brutal stop or break, which makes you feel G-force in the negative X direction. For the fourth and final roller coaster, Hang Time, you feel a combination of all of these forces. Much like Silver Bullet, it is a very twisty and curvy roller coaster with lots of inversions and twists in there. During the beginning, there's a particularly large drop that makes you feel a lot of G-force in the positive X direction. During that fall, you feel pushed back against your seat based on how fast you are falling. Then you go into lots of inversions where you feel a combination of Y and Z forces acting on you. During the very end, there is a break that slows you down a lot, and that is negative X force acting upon you. Now let's talk about what G-force does to the body. Let's take a look at this next video.
Damn it, missed!
One of the pilots, Coyote, experienced G-lock.
That's Tone. Maverick's got missile lock on us.
Shit, we're dead.
Blue team, that's a fail. Level out, Coyote.
Away from the brain.
Coyote,
The first symptoms of G-lock is losing your peripheral
Coyote,
vision.
come in.
This can also be known
Coyote,
as
level
gray out.
wings. Oh my god, he's in G-lock.
Opposite occurs when you feel The G-force
He's gonna burn in.
negative
I'm going after him.
This
Come on, give me tone, give me tone, give me tone.
to the
Snap
head,
out of it, Coyote.
causing
Come on.
the vision to travel. This is due to blood clotting with the eyelids.
Come on, Coyote, come on.
Both
Come
eyes
on!
are dangerous and can cause
Coyote! Coyote! Coyote!
Despite
Coyote.
that, there are also long-term health effects for fighter jet pilots. This is because they are enduring high-intensity G-force on a daily basis. They are constantly in the air doing maneuvers and other situations that require a lot of G-force to be exerted onto the body. One of the results of this is alterations in right heart function. Because the heart has to work significantly harder to circulate blood under high G-force, the right ventricular portion of the heart suffers from changes in pressure and function. This is mostly due to blood rushing in and out at irregular paces. Another thing that can happen is neck and back pain. The pilot's spinal cord are constantly put under strain and having to maneuver their bodies during flight maneuvers. Because of this, they are more likely to develop chronic neck and back pain. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it educational. Bye-bye.